Jack Arson, I'm going to tell you something. And see if you comprehend, because this is something that I've been telling everyone for oh so long now, and nobody seems to understand. You get on camera, Jack, and you start talking like this in the beginning, and then as the promo goes on and on and on, you end up just talking like this, man. You see, here's the thing about Aaron Acid. I don't have to make my voice real deep. I don't have to change my voice to try to sound creepy and scary and hardcore. Because the fact of the matter is, Jack, when you have the star presence, when you have the athleticism, the talent, when you just are awe-inspiring, you're an idol to everyone. When you're such a man as I am, you don't need to change your voice to make you sound so big and tough. I don't need, yeah, I may scream and yell a bit when I get crazy and mad, but I don't need to change my voice because, now let me put it this way, Mr. Arson. Actions speak louder than words or how you say them. You like to get on camera and show all your weapons and change your voice and try to make you seem so dark and scary. But Jack, one thing you aren't taking into consideration is that everyone that you've ever faced somehow has been afraid of you. Jack, you're talking to a man that is not whatsoever afraid of you. You're talking to a man who is finally starting to be uncaged, finally starting to be cut loose, finally starting to be given his opportunity. And in the spectrum of the entire IW, I realize that the Hardcore Championship is only about right here. I realize it. But what that Hardcore Championship means to me is far, far superior than that. That Hardcore Championship that is around your waist right now, Jack Arson, is the single object that is going to cement Aaron Acid's legacy. That is the stepping stone. That is the launching pad of Aaron Acid's career, Jack. You don't get it. You'll never get it. That Aaron Acid doesn't change his voice, doesn't show off all his weapons. Aaron Acid doesn't have to act. Aaron Acid doesn't have to show it because they already know it. Jack Arson, I'm sorry. Quite frankly, I'm sorry, pal, that you just don't have the intelligence, the knowledge to understand that what you are to me is being fed. What you are to me is David Jones throwing a piece of meat to a rabid dog. What you are to me is David Jones saying, "Here, Acid, here's you an opportunity. If you could show yourself in this match at this time, then I'm sure there's going to be better and more things to follow." So, Jack Arson, you're looking down on me. You think you're looking down on me. You're overlooking me. You're denouncing me. You're degrading me. But Jack Arson, what you do not understand is I'm coming to fight. I'm coming for blood. Jack Arson, something you do not understand is that I need this far more than you need this. And in your mind, that means, oh, Arson's better than Acid. Acid just admitted it. No! I admit that I'm the greatest. But the thing that I'm admitting to is that I'm admitting to Aaron Acid being held down by the establishment, being held down by the wrestlers that have ties to the establishment, being held down by wrestlers that are sucking the cod of the establishment. What I'm being held down by is everyone that is below me. Arson, you say I'm not on your level. I'm not on Zacky's level. You say I'm not even on Jay Diamond's level. You're correct, pal. I'm not on your level because I'm on the level above you. Jack, you simply do not understand. You do not understand what this means for Acid. Quite frankly, you don't understand what this means for the IW. And Jack Arson, you don't understand what this means for your sorry ass. Because Jack Arson, that strap, that title that you hold so dearly to your heart, that title in which you live by, you live the hardcore life, you live by everything that title stands for. But Jack Arson, what will you live by when Aaron Acid reaches out and grabs and steals and snatches your hardcore championship? This is a public message for David Jones. David, do you realize what you've done? And I realize you can throw it all away. You're the man upstairs. You're the owner. You're the boss. I get it. You can snatch this match from me as soon as I'm speaking these words. I get it. But the fact that you don't get is I simply don't give a fuck, David. You brought me in, you gave me the big head, said that I was gonna be the star around here. You said that Aaron Acid was gonna lead the administration. You said that Aaron Acid was going to soon become the World Heavyweight Champion, but what did you do, David Jones? You stabbed me in the back. So now I'm being given my first singles opportunity since that long day ago, in which David Jones knew that he, quite frankly, couldn't handle Aaron Acid. So now you finally give me a little bit of an opportunity. You finally throw me a bone. But what you're throwing a bone to isn't a dog. It isn't Pitbull anymore, David! It's your goddamn worst nightmare. You're throwing a bone to a rabid Wolverine. It's no puppy. It's no Pitbull anymore. It's everything that kills you inside. David, what you're giving a bone to is your own worst nightmare. Your own demise. So I'm warning you now, David. I'm telling you now that by signing this title match between the Nightmare Aaron Acid and the champion Jack Arson, by signing this and by making this official, David Jones, you have just fucked up. Because, David, what you don't understand is even though that you own the company, even though you hold yourself in such a high regard, you think you can't be touched. Well, David Jones, I am going to reach out and touch you. What you don't understand, you're giving Aaron Acid the rope in which to hang yourself. I know how the saying goes. I'll give you the rope so you can hang your... No, David! You're giving me the knife. So in turn, this time I can stab you in the back, David! Don't you understand what's going on here? You're digging the hole deeper and even deeper and even deeper until you're not gonna have anything left, Mr. Jones. Because after I take the hardcore title from Jack Arson, I will proceed to take the titles from each and every individual champion in Alpha, across Omega, and even down in poor little old Riots. I will own this place, David. You're giving me, you're cracking the door open for me when I'm gonna kick it in and bust you right in the fucking nose. David Jones, you better think about what you're putting little Jackie boy Arson through. Because later on down the road, David Jones, when Aaron Acid is your world champion, when Aaron Acid is everything that you groomed Pitbull to be, everything that you wanted the Wolves to be, everything that you fought and you clawed to make Zach Monstar be, to make Jack Arson be, everything, every one of those people combined, in the end, what are you going to do, Mr. Jones, when Aaron Acid eclipses everyone? What are you going to do when Aaron Acid rules over this whole entire company, Mr. Jones? Simply, I've got to ask you, Mr. Jones, what have you done? And when it's all over, Mr. Jones, what will you do?